So, Module 5, Curriculum Evaluation and the Teacher. So, our topic for today is all about Lesson 1, what, why, and how to evaluate a curriculum. So, when we say curriculum evaluation or evaluation in curriculum, no, it is all about judging or measuring how well a curriculum meets educational goals and standards, now ensuring that it is effectively supports students in learning and improvement or development. So before we proceed to our discussion, let's have our learning objectives. So at the end of the lesson, the students will be able to first acquire a clear understanding of what curriculum evaluation. Second, explain the need to evaluate the curriculum and how it's being done. Third is expanded knowledge about different curriculum evaluation models. So, ito yung mga expected sa inyo na malilearn nyo at the end of these lessons. So, curriculum evaluation, a process, ano to? So, by analyzing various definitions of curriculum evaluation, it reveals there that curriculum evaluations is a process na to. So, as a process, it follows a procedure based on models and frameworks to get the desired results. So, of course, na syempre, in evaluating a curriculum, we can use models and frameworks in which there's so many series of steps that we need to follow before kita maka come up sa conclusion or to get the desired results, no? And also, no, it is a tool because it will help teachers and programs implementers to judge the worth and merit of the program and innovation or curricular change. So, ano itong worth and merit? So, worth, it means that how useful or important the curriculum is. And also, when we say merit, no, it is all about the quality or the excellence of a certain curriculum, no? The curriculum evaluation is a tool. It's because no, it will help teachers to say if the students really understand the lessons, and also aside of that, it will help also the school to decide if they should continue, they should revise, they should eliminate that curriculum. Then next, let's look at how curricularists define curriculum evaluations, no? So marami sila. Okay, so according to Arnstein A. and Hankins F. in 1998, no, they define curriculum evaluations as a process done in order to gather data that enables one to decide whether to accept, change, eliminate the whole curriculum of a textbook, no? So according to Hanskin or Arnstein, no, yung curriculum evaluation daw is a process na in which you are gathering information, no, in which yun yung basis mo to decide if the curriculum should be accepted, should be changed, or eliminated. So yun yung kay Arnstein and Haskins. And also according kay McNeil J, no, in 1977, no, yung evaluation daw is nag-answer sa dalawang questions, no? So first is, do planned learning opportunities, programs, courses, and activities as developed and organized actually produce desired results, no? How can a curriculum best, and the second one is, how can a curriculum best be improved? So yun yung kay McNeil J. And also according to Gay I, no, in 1985, no, yung evaluation daw is to identify the weaknesses and strengths as well as the problems encountered in the implementation. So according to Gay I, no, in evaluating a certain curriculum, no, you can identify the strengths and weaknesses of a curriculum. And also, according to Oliva P. in 1988, no, the same as what Ornstein-Haskins definition of a curriculum evaluation, no, according also to Aliva, no, it is a process, no, of delineating, obtaining, and providing useful information for judging alternatives for purposes of modifying or eliminating the curriculum, no. The same na sila sa kung ano yung definition ni Ornstein, no, the same, to gather a process, to gather the information, mga useful information, to decide if to modify or eliminate the curriculum. So, naintindihan nyo na ba kung ano yung curriculum evaluation? So, if yes, then let's proceed to why. So, ito yung reasons for curriculum evaluation. So, ito yung mga sagot sa mga why ninyo. Why is there a need to evaluate a curriculum? Bakit mayroong evaluation sa curriculum? Hindi ba pwede na wala na ito? So, ito yung mga sagot. So, first is curriculum evaluation identifies the strengths and weaknesses of an existing curriculum that will be the basis of the intended plan, design, or implementation. So, this is referred to as the needs assessment, no? So when we say needs assessment, ito yung process, ito yung proseso to identify the gaps, the problems, and the necessary improvements, no, ng isang curriculum. So for example, right now, diba, the DepEd, no, introduces a matatag curriculum, no, after they evaluate the Keto 12 the Keto 12 curriculum, no. So, as they evaluate the Keto 12 curriculum, no, they identify the needs assessment, which is yung mga gaps, problems, and need to improve, no. Diba, one of the issue or one of the problems of a curriculum, Keto 12 curriculum is yung learning gaps, no, yung mga overloaded subjects. So, no, yun. So, to address those mga needs assessment, no, yung mga problem, no, the DepEd introduces new curriculum, which is yung matatag curriculum. So, naintindihan nyo na kung ano yung needs assessment, no, kung bakit merong curriculum evaluation, no. Siyempre, merong evaluations na magaganap sa isang curriculum para ma-identify mo yung mga problem, yung mga yung mga problem sa isang curriculum na na-implement nyo or na-implement ng isang school, no. And the next is when evaluation is done in the middle of the curriculum development, it will tell if the design or implemented curriculum can produce or is producing the desired result. So this is related to monitoring. So after implementing the matatag curriculum, no, the DepEd ang DepEd ay kailangan nilang i-track yung progress ng curriculum, in which, no, to ensure that it is really work as planned, no, and it is called monitoring, no. Chine-check nila kung yung curriculum ba, yung matatag curriculum ba ay nagpo-produce ng expected learning outcomes, no. The next is based on some standards, curriculum evaluation will guide whether the result will have equaled or exceeded the standards, thus can be labeled as success. So this is sometimes called terminal assessment. So when we say terminal assessment, ito yung final evaluation, no, to check if the curriculum achieve its goals, no. Dito mo i-evaluate, dito mo malalaman kung yung curriculum ba ay na-achieve ba niya yung goal, no. So it happens at the end of an academic level or a program. So it measures if students learned what they were supposed to, no. So in terminal assessment, no, ito, diba, ito yung final evidences whether the students have achieved the expected learning outcome. So dito rin in this assessment, which is the terminal assessment, no, dito natin malalaman if yung curriculum are success ba or failed in meeting the standards, no. It helps also for schools and policymakers to decide if they should continue, revise, or replace the curriculum. So yun yung terminal assessment, no. Isa ito sa mga reasons kung bakit mayroong evaluation sa isang curriculum, no. Yun. And then fourth is curriculum evaluation provides information necessary for teachers, school managers, curriculum specialists for policy recommendations that will enhance achieved learning outcomes. So this is the basis of decision making. So, di ba, in terminal assessment, di ba, we check if the curriculum succeeded in improving the students' learning. So, if the results are good, no, it means that the curriculum is effective. But if there are mga weaknesses, there are mga issues, there are mga problems na may tunga sa yadto na curriculum, then we need to make a decisions on what to improve. So, dito na natin itong decision making, no? Kaya through evaluating a curriculum, yun yung basis sa pag-make natin ng mga decisions kung ano yung dapat na gawin if yung mga something problems with that curriculum. So, naintindihan niyo na ba yung mga reasons, no? Then, let's proceed to the curriculum evaluation model. So, how can a merit or worth of an aspect of a curriculum be determined? So, paano natin ma-determine yung merit or worth, no? Okay, so curriculum specialists have proposed an array of models which are useful for classroom teachers and practitioners. So, merong mga, to evaluate a certain curriculum, merong mga models na pwede natin gamitin, no? Para ma-determine natin yung merit or worth ng isang curriculum. Okay, so, number 1, Bradley Effectiveness Model. So, in 1995, L.H. Bradley wrote a handbook on curriculum leadership and development. So, this book provides indicators that can help measure the effectiveness of a developed or written curriculum. So, for purposes of the classroom teachers, some of the statements were simplified. So, ito yung sa Bradley model, no? Mayroong mga indicators na nakalagay, no? Meron ding descriptive questions, and all you have to do if you want to evaluate a certain curriculum by using the Bradley Effectiveness Model is that yes or no lang yung isasagot mo. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do on evaluating the certain curriculum is that alamin mo muna kung ano itong mga indicators na nakalagay dito. So, the first indicators here in Bradley, vertical curriculum continuity. So, when we say vertical curriculum continuity, ito yung progression across grade levels, no? The topics in one level connects logically to the next level. So, for example, sa atin, yung mga college, it is something prerequisite na, for example, in EDUC 1 and EDUC 2, we can proceed to EDUC 2 if hindi natin nadaanan itong EDUC 1. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng vertical curriculum continuity. Kumbaga, something may improvement from grade 7, for example, in grade 7 for example, we are evaluating a math curriculum. So, for example, in grade 7, for example, sa grade 7, yung mga students is learn how to solve linear equations. So, by the next grade level, no, by the when they proceed to grade 8, no, yung malalaman nila is murag may something improvement na naganap in which in pagka grade 8, no, pagka proceed nila sa grade 8 mo, they will tackle or they will learn also the system of linear equations in which connected na sila, no. So, yun yung sa vertical curriculum continuity. So, how to evaluate? So, all you have to do is to answer yes or no. If sa in-evaluate mo na curriculum, if mayroong vertical curriculum continuity, then just answer yes. If wala naman, you just answer no. So, naintindihan? Okay, so, another example, no? Sa kay Bradley pa rin, no? Horizontal curriculum continuity. So, when we see horizontal curriculum continuity, ito yung consistency across sections, no? The students in same grade level receives the same quality education, no? Kahit anong paaralan pa ang iyong kahit saang paaralan ka pa pumasok, kahit anong section ka pa, kahit na sino pa yung teacher mo, no? The example of horizontal curriculum continuity is that, di ba, it is the consistency across sections, no? Same grade level, no, receives the same quality education, no? Ito yung, for example, these students is a grade 9 student, no, from section A, and this is also student of a section B. So, kung ano yung ituturo, kung ano yung meron sa curriculum ng section A, ay dapat meron din meron din dito sa section B, no? For example, they are both grade 9 students. So, section A and section B. Kung, for example, kung merong calculus dito sa section A, dapat meron din dito calculus sa section B. No, ito yung tinatawag na horizontal curriculum continuity. So, if meron dyan sa curriculum na ini-evaluate mo, then just answer yes or no. Pero kung wala, for example, you will answer no, and then you can put also something like something no. It's because the teachers delivered it differently. Something like that, no? The next is instruction based on curriculum. So, ito yung alignment ng mga, ng mga materials, no? Kung align ba sa learning objectives ng isang curriculum, no? If yung lesson mo ba at saka yung materials mo is naka-align, match ba siya sa curriculum objectives or sa learning objectives mo. So, yun. And then, broad involvement, no? Yung mga stakeholders participations, no? The next is long range planning. So, planning and implementation of the curriculum, no? If up to date ba yung curriculum na ginagawa ng if you are evaluating a math curriculum, no, i-evaluate mo rin if gina-review or gina-evaluate ba over time yung curriculum nila. Then also positive human relations, na ito yung mga teachers, students, and administrators na have a say in a curriculum development, no? And theory and to practice. So, from theory knowledge and to mga real life scenarios. Then, planned change. Yun. So, if any of the indicators is answered with a no, action should be made to make it yes. So, kung if, for example, you are an evaluators and then you have an answer no, so you will make it yes, no, in which to make it yes, no, maglalagay ka ng mga improvements, mga adjustments na kailangan na nila sa kanilang curriculum. So, naintindihan na ba kung ano itong Bradley Effectiveness Model? So, if yes, then let's proceed to kay Tyler Objective-Centered Model. So, Ralph Taylor in 1950 proposed a curriculum evaluation model which until now continues to influence many curriculum assessment process. So, his monograph was entitled Basic Principles of Curriculum and Instruction. So, itong kay Taylor, Objective-Centered Model, it focuses on the alignment of the objective, Chine-check or ini-evaluate nila if yung objective ba niya ay naka-align or yung mga materials, if naka-align ba sa objectives. Then, ito yung kay Tyler, merong curriculum elements, merong evaluation process, and merong action taken, taken na yes or no. So, the same as what we did sa kay Bradley, na we just answer yes or no pa rin. The difference of the two, yung kay Bradley at saka itong kay Tyler, is that itong si Tyler is nag-focus siya, as what I've said earlier, na nagfo-focus siya sa alignment ng objectives. While yung kay Bradley ay something overall siya, na ini-evaluate niya yung curriculum as a whole, Okay, so number one, objectives or intended learning outcomes. So, evaluation process, predetermined intended learning outcomes or objectives. Ano ito? So, in objectives or intended learning outcomes, ito yung learning goals ng isang curriculum na ini-aim nila na ma-achieve, Siyempre, in making learning objectives, it should be smart, It should be specific, measurable, attainable, reliable, and time-bound. So and also, it should be aligned with educational standards. So all you have to do is to check here, if you are evaluating the objectives, the alignment of the objectives. So number one is you have to check if their objectives is clearly defined, if it is appropriate ba for the student's level, if it is achievable ba within the given time. So yun yung gagawin mo dito sa number 1. And then number 2, situation or context. So identify the situation context that gives opportunity to develop behavior or achieve objectives. So ano itong situation or context, Ito yung learning environment at saka yung student background and societal needs. So how to evaluate? So all you have to do is to examine if the curriculum considers the student's prior knowledge. Ito yung sa situation or context, For example, ang isang curriculum ay nag-introduce ng calculus na ini-ensure nila that the students have a first strong foundations in algebra. So, for example, if the calculus is introduced before the students mastered algebra, then the curriculum does not align with the learning situations, Kay syempre, 'di ba? How can students really learn the calculus if they did not learn the basic in which yung sa algebra, It's because calculus is something related to algebra. You can easily understand if you know the topics in algebra. So yun yung sa number 2. So if the curriculum is if yung, oo, if meron, ay number 2, if kapag meron dun sa curriculum na in-evaluate mo, then just answer yes or no. The same as the evaluation instrument or tools. So, select, modify, and construct evaluation instrument of tools. Check its objectivity, reliability, and validity. So, here in select, modify, here in evaluation instrument or tools, ito yung mga methods na gagamitin to evaluate the students' learning, no? Ito yung mga quizzes, mga projects, mga tests, mga performance tests, o mga portfolios ng mga students. So, i-determine mo if yung assessment ba niya is effectively measures the learning objectives. If kan ba siya, naka-align ba yung mga yung assessment mo ba is naka-align sa kung ano yung tinuturo mo sa mga students mo, yung sa learning objectives mo. Yun. If your assessment ba is hindi lang nagfo-focus sa memorizations but also sa sa Bloom taxonomy, sa revised Bloom taxonomy, in which merong creating, evaluating, applying, no? Yun. And also, you have to check also if the assessment, no, if it is reliable and valid. Then, just answer yes or no pa rin. And then, 4 is utilizations of tools. Utilize the tools to obtain results. Compare the result obtained from several instruments before and after to determine the change. So, here, in number 4 is dito na natin magagamit yung evaluation tools in which yung mga test, no, magko-collect tayo ng mga data sa performance ng students. So, how to evaluate? So, we need to ensure that the assessment is properly implemented, no? I-ask natin if yung student ba is tested fairly ba, no? If yung results ba ng performance ng students is recorded or analyzed it correctly. Kaya diba, most issue sa mga schools is yung mga favoritism of teachers, no, sa mga students, no. For example, if the mother of the students is giving something to the teachers, syempre, no, may something bias na mahitabo, no, na mangyayari. So that's why you need to analyze or to collect data if yung results ba sa performance ng mga students is na-analyzed properly and na-recorded, no? Then yun. Then next is analysis of results. Analysis the results obtained, determine strength and weaknesses, identify possible explanation about the reasons. No? So here, in-examine mo whether the students are meeting the expected learning outcomes. Mag-look ka, look at the student performance data and trends, no? I-identify mo yung na-collect mo na data from the performance, from the teacher or of the about the performance of the students. So i-analyze mo yun para makadetermine ka ng strength and weaknesses. So ano yung mga areas na needs ng mga improvement, saan na area o saang topic or saang banda nag-struggle yung mga students. So dito yan mangyayari sa analysis of results. So yun, no, sa analysis of results. For example, if i-analyze mo kung yung results. So, for example, sa evaluation, no, if most of the students is na-achieve niya yung learning goals, then answer yes. Pero pag marami na mga students yung nag-struggle to grasp the lessons, no, just answer no. The next is utilizations of results. So use the result to make the necessary modification, no? No? So if nakabatay or naka-base yung modification sa kung ano yung results sa na-evaluate mo. Okay, so naintindihan ba? So using all these steps to evaluate the curriculum and obtaining all yes answer would mean the curriculum has passed the standards, no? Then next is let's proceed to Daniel Staffeldam's context input process product model, or the CIPP model. So the CIPP model of curriculum evaluation was a product of a Phi Delta Kappa committee chaired by Daniel Staffeldam. No? This model made emphasis that results of evaluation should provide data for decision making. Okay, so there are 4 stages of program curriculum. So by the way, no, itong CIPP model, no, it is a way to assess, no, it is a structured way to assess a certain curriculum or a certain curriculum or a program. So there are 4 stages, no. So first is the context evaluation. So assesses needs and problems in the context for decision makers to determine the goals and objectives of the program or curriculum. So here, no, in context evaluation, no, it is all about understanding the needs, no. By evaluating the context, it can help you to identify the gaps, the problems, and the needs, and also the goals of the curriculum. So here in the evaluation context, no, it answers the question, why is this program needed or necessary? Bakit merong curriculum or bakit merong program na ganito? Ano yung mga factors na nabuo ito? So just you just have to identify the needs, no? And also para malaman mo, para ma-determine mo yung goals and objectives of that program or curriculum. So you as an evaluator, no, you will gather information about the current situation, no. You might conduct mga surveys, mga interviews, or you will analyze the past performance, the past performance of the students to determine if the program is necessary. So you may evaluate, no, if for example, no, if we are evaluating a math program, so imo i-check, no? I-check mo if yung student ba ay nag-struggle sa math o ano yung saang banda hindi nag-struggle sila, no? If yung teachers ba ay need pa ng mga more resources to help the students learn more, no? So dito yan mangyayari sa context evaluation, no? If you in context evaluation kasi is i-determine mo yung goal at saka yung objectives ng isang curriculum. Bakit meron ito? So you need to evaluate the context to assess the needs and the problems of the curriculum. The next here in the input evaluation, so assesses alternative means based on the inputs for the achievement of objectives to help decision makers to choose options for optimal means. So what it means, so here in input evaluation, no, you will look at the available resources, no, strategies and alternatives to reach the program goals. So, para ma-reach mo yung mga goals or yung objectives ng curriculum or ng isang program, so you need to look sa mga resources, sa mga strategies or mga alternatives na mga mga alternatives, no, para ma-achieve mo yung isang objectives, no, to help decision maker to choose option for optimal means. So for example, okay, so here sa input evaluation, no, here, it answered the question, what is the best way to achieve the objectives? Ano yung mga paraan para ma-achieve mo yung goal or yung objectives ng program or ng isang curriculum? So, you as an evaluator, you will assess different options before implementing. So, you will analyze the budgets. First is the budgets, the materials, yung teaching methods, if naka ba siya sa mga students mo, if it really will help for the students, and then the technology, and then you will choose as an evaluator is mag-choose ka if saan yung most effective to help the students learn. So with that, if meron ka nang napili na mas best or most effective, imo then dayon siya i-recommend, na ito yung gagawin, dapat ganito, dapat pala ito, kaya para ma-meet nyo yung goals or yung objectives nyo sa isang curriculum. So yun yung sa input evaluations. Then third is the process evaluation. So monitors the processes both to ensure that the means are actually being implemented and make necessary modifications. So here in process evaluation, it is something monitors, it also refers to monitoring, checking the implementations, ay minomonitor mo yung actual execution sa program o yung curriculum, if it is being implemented as planned ba, if if meron bang mga issue na need na i-fix. So dito yan mangyayari sa process evaluation. I-evaluate mo yung pag-i-implement ng curriculum. And the next is product evaluation. So compares actual ends with intended ends and leads to a series of recycling decisions. So here in product evaluation, dito natin mini-measure yung success. Ini-assess mo yung program, ini-assess mo if the program really achieve its goals. Dito na natin malalaman if yung program ba ay nag-work, ano yung results, what is the results, if it should be continue, it should be expand, or it should be remove, or it should be eliminate. So dito natin malalaman sa evaluation, product evaluation. So for example sa product evaluation is that you analyze the test scores, feedback, and the overall student performance, and then you found out that the program is really improving the students' learning, and then if yun yung case, then you will recommend that the curriculum should be expanded. But if you find out that there's so many weaknesses na nakita mo, or there's so many issues or problems na mayroon dun sa isang curriculum, you will suggest also improvement. Pero kung hindi na talaga siya if hindi na talaga siya necessary, yung something hindi na talaga siya ma-solve, then you will suggest that it should be stopped. It's because hindi na siya something beneficial for the students. So yun. So naintindihan niyo na ba? Okay, so let's proceed to so ito yung mga stages of the CIPP model, mayroong context evaluation, input evaluation, process evaluation, and product evaluation. So ito yung steps na iti-take nyo sa every stages. Step 1, identify the kind of decision to be made, and identify the kinds of data to make that decisions. As what I've said earlier, that you will need to identify the problems and the goals, no, and the needs of the program or the curriculum. And then, collect the data needed, establish mo yung criteria to determine the quality of data, no? Ano ka ng mga different options, mga alternative options, and then i-determine mo yung quality niya, kung saan yung most effective talaga, no? And then, analyze data based on the criteria, and then, next is organize needed information needed for decision makers. So, yun. So, ito yung kay Daniel Staffelbeam Context Input Process and Product Model. Okay, so, naintindihan ba? Okay, so, let's proceed to stake responsive model. So, responsive model is oriented more directly to program intents. So, evaluation focuses more on the activities rather than intents or purposes. So, Robert Stake, 1975, recommends to the curriculum evaluator the following steps. No? So, in stake responsive model, no? So, merong mga steps pa rin na ating ipa-follow. No? So, step 1, no? Meets with the stakeholders to identify their perspective and intentions regarding curriculum evaluation. So, by the way, itong responsive stake responsive model, no, it focuses on a program activities rather than the intended goals. No, the emphasis the understanding of the emphasis on understanding the stakeholders' issues and concerns. So, yun yung sa stake responsive model. So, okay, so for example, we have here a scenario. No, for example, you are evaluating a new math curriculum in high school. For example, in Purisima National High School, na they recently implemented a new math curriculum that aimed to improve students' problem-solving skills. So, the school administrators, no, they want to evaluate its effectiveness using this stake responsive model. So, the first thing that they need to do is to meet with the stakeholders to identify their perspective and intentions regarding curriculum evaluation. No, so no, yung mga evaluator, yung mga, or di ba, the school administrators. So, yung mga school administrators, yung mag-i-evaluate ng curriculum, ay kailangan nila na makikmeet up sila sa mga stakeholders, sa mga parents, sa mga teachers, to gather the perspective, no, about sa new sa na-implement nila na new curriculum. For example, if the teacher concerns about the lesson pacing and also the students mention the difficulty in understanding some of the topics, so you will draw from step 1 documents to determine the scope of the evaluation, which is the step 2. So, based on the feedback of the teachers and the students, now you as an evaluator, you will decide, you will determine the scope of the evaluation, in which now you will decide to focus on the lesson delivery, student engagement, and assessment methods. Then step 3 observes the curriculum closely to identify the unintended sense of implementation and any deviations of a nuanced intent. So here is you mag-o-observe ka sa implementation na naganap. No, you as an evaluator, no, you will attend to a math classes, mag-take notes ka on how the teachers deliver the lessons, on how the students engage to the learning new materials, no, and also if some of the students ba ay struggling to apply mga concepts in real-world applications. So, yun yung sa step 3. And then, pagka step 4, no, you will identify the stated real purposes of the program and the various audiences. So, here, no, di ba, we all know that the curriculum, when the curriculum, in making curriculum, there merong mga klase-klaseng mga goal yun, no? So here in our scenario, no, the curriculum is designed to improve the student problem solving. So here in step 4, imo i-identify yung mga real purpose of the program and the various audiences. So yeah, so oo, i-compare nimo ang intent versus reality. So for example, sa imo pag so sa pag-o-observe mo, sa classroom observation mo, mayroong na-reveal na yung students is nag-rely only on memorizations instead of critical thinking. So with that, how can students can improve their problem solving skills if they are heavily relying on the memorizations, no? So yun yung step 4, no, i-identify mo yung i-compare mo yung intended learning objectives nila, yung mga learning outcomes sa reality. Sorry. The next is the step 5. Evaluates the problems of the curriculum evaluation at hand and identifies an evaluation design when needed data. So, i-involves mo yung i-organize mo yung mga key concerns, yung mga gaps, yung mga areas of improvements, no? I-identify yung mga issue or yung mga data na mga needs within a system. So if ang problem ba is nasa curriculum or yung sa teaching methods ba or sa student performance. The next is select the means needed to collect data or information. So, once the data needed is identified, no? So, the next step is to decide how to collect the necessary information. So, this could include mga surveys, mga tests, no? Yun, mga observations, dyan mga ganap dito sa step 6. And then, no, okay, so yun, no, for example, okay, so, no, magsiselect ka o mag-choose ka ng mga, something tool para makakollect ka ng data or information, no? For example, 'di ba? Involved dito yung mga test questionnaire. So for example, kukuha ka ng mga gagamit ka ng survey to gather informations from the teachers and the students, and aside of that, the mga test scores from previous curriculum, and then i-compare mo siya sa current, no? The next is step 7, implements the data collected procedure. So, if na-collect mo na yung data or yung informations, no, i-implement mo na naman yung procedures, no. I-analyze mo yung mga past and present mga test scores, no, as just what I've said earlier, no. The next is step 8, organize the information into themes. So, i-organize mo, i-structured mo yung mga na-collect mo na mga information to find patterns and make sense of it. No, and then 9 is decides with stakeholders the most appropriate formats for the report. So, in step 9, no, ito yung mga report findings, no, by sharing insights and by sharing insights with the stakeholders, yung mga school leaders and the teachers, no, about sa results na nakuha mo. So, yun, yung if the findings ba, kailangan ng, if yung yung results ba ay merong mga adjustment, like mga extra practice for the teachers, or mga teachers training sessions, no? Para ma-enhance yung isang curriculum, no? Effectively. So, naintindihan nyo ba yung kay Stake Responsive Model? Okay, then let's proceed to Scriven Consumer-Oriented Evaluation. So, Michael Scriven in 1967, no, he introduces this evaluation among many others when education products flooded the market. Consumers of educational products which are needed to support an implemented curriculum often use consumer-oriented evaluation. These products are used in school which require a purchasing decision. So, in 1967 daw, si Michael Scriven ay nag-introduce siya ng consumer-oriented evaluations, no? As a way to assess the educational products such as mga textbook, mga online resources, yung mga materials, no? And nung time nang yun, at that time daw, in 1967, no, maraming mga educational materials na available sa market. So, yung schools at saka yung teachers ay kailangan ng reliable at saka valid na materials. So that is why na inintroduce ni Scriven itong consumer-oriented evaluation to judge the effectiveness or the quality of the materials, no, before purchasing and using them in the curriculum. So, yun. So, consumer-oriented evaluation uses criteria and checklist as a tool for either formative or summative evaluation purposes. So, the use of criteria and checklist was proposed by Scriven for adaptation by educational evaluators. So, ito yung kay Scriven, no? Merong preliminary informations, which is nandyan na yung title, yung authors, publisher, copyright date, and also the material evaluator. And recommendation written for further review, recheck, or comments. So, by reading the material, no, educational materials, so you will use the following codes. So, plus means yes or good quality. O means alright but not of good quality. Then, minus means no or poor quality. And NA means not applicable. So, ito yung mga criteria kay Scriven Consumer-Oriented Evaluation. So, all you have to do is to write plus, O, minus, and NA in each criteria. So, for example, contents, the textbook. So, if the content covers a significant portions of a course competencies, then just answer yes. I mean, just put a plus, no? But, something alright na siya, but oo, sakto lang, then put O. Pero kung hindi, just minus. Or kung wala talaga, so in A. So, yun yung kay Scriven, no? Yun, maraming mga criteria kay Scriven na need nyo i-evaluate. So, aside from those mga models, no, meron rin palang curriculum evaluation process, no, in a simple way. So, for a ever simple and practical way of curriculum evaluation, no, responding to the following questions will provide an evaluation data for curriculum decision. Just ask the following questions and any no answer to an item will indicate a need for a serious curriculum evaluation process. So, all you have, yung gagawin mo lang dito ay magre-respond ka lang ng yes or no sa mga following questions. So, ito yung mga question niya, no? Thus, the curriculum ba ay nag-emphasize ng learning outcomes, no? If yes, then answer yes. If no, then answer no. Thus, the implemented curriculum ba ay nag-require ng less demand? Number 3, can this curriculum be applied to any particular levels such as kindergarten, mga elementary, and secondary and tertiary level, and etc. No? Yon. Meron pa mga 1 to 10 questions siya. And no, aside from those mga models and pinasimple na way on how to evaluate curriculum, meron ring sinuggest ang ASCD in 1983 with the following steps. No, merong mga steps at saka yung ano yung i-consider mo. So, first is identifying primary audiences. So, ano yung consider mo? So, yung mga curriculum program, mga sponsors, yung mga managers, yung mga stakeholders, mga school heads. No? So, number 2 is identifying critical issues or problems. Ano yung consider? Yung mga outcomes, expected, desired, intended, process, yung implementation niya, o yung resources or input. So, in identifying critical issues or problems, no, yung i-consider mo is outcome. So, syempre, you will i-check mo yung learning objectives, yung learning outcomes niya, if something may mga issue ba, may mga problems, yon. Then, identifying data sources, no? Identifying established standards and criteria, identifying techniques in data analysis, and preparing evaluation report. And last is preparing modes of display. So, the main purpose of evaluation is to provide a systematic and objective assessment of a project, program, policy, or initiative to determine its effectiveness, efficiency, relevance, and sustainability, ultimately informing decision and driving improvements. So, yun yung purpose ng evaluations, no? The main purpose talaga ng evaluations is to check the curriculum if it is really effective, no, in supporting the students through their learning and through their development. No, so yun talaga. Yun yung dahilan kung bakit merong evaluation na naganap sa isang curriculum. Then, thank you. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye-bye.